Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to talk about Cardi B seeking sanctions against Tasha K. Cardi B is saying that Tasha K has been using strategic, thinly provocated commentary, posts to speak about her and her partners, Offset and Stefon Diggs, and she wants the court to hold Tasha K accountable for this behavior. Now, following this report, a lot of critics on the internet, they have been saying that Cardi B is just such a disappointment to the hip hop industry because she wants to be famous but doesn't want to be talked about. And critics on the internet are saying Cardi B knows that both things goes hand in hand. Once you're famous, you cannot stop people from talking about you. Neither can you control what they're saying about you. No, Cardi B doesn't care about that, honey, because she's not hip hop to her core. It's just a way out for her, and she's gonna juggle hip hop, and she's gonna manipulate it however she can for profit. And that's what we all need to realize. There's a difference between an artist and an entertainer. Cardi B is not an artist. She's an entertainer. And the same goes for Megan Thee Stallion. She's not an artist. She's an entertainer. With entertainers, they want to be treated better than the art. They want to be isolated from the art. And this is what you all need to understand. The sooner you guys understand this, you will understand Cardi B. Now, many critics on the internet, they're also saying that Tasha K has every right to talk about Offset because Cardi B and Offset are no longer together. They're saying Offset cannot even stand Cardi B because he consistently throws shades at her, consistently puts her on blast and puts her private business out there. And they're also saying, as it relates to Stefon Diggs, ain't no way Tasha K could have known that she was going to get involved with Stefon Diggs. And they're saying, is it the case that Tasha K needs to assume she's going to sleep with every guy in the NFL and in the music industry and not talk about them? And I must say, the critics, they do have a point. Now also, what else do we know to be true at the same time? Well, we remember when Cardi B won the lawsuit, she was asked never to speak on Cardi B and her family. But now that Offset is her estranged husband, I think it is free game. I think it is only fair that Tasha K is able to speak about Offset, especially if Offset doesn't have a problem speaking about with Tasha K speaking about him. And judging from everything that I'm seeing, what I'm suspecting is that Offset enjoys when Tasha K speaks about him. And I'm getting the sense that Offset might be even sending tips to Tasha K, you know? This hasn't been confirmed, so don't quote me on that, okay? Now, we're gonna dive into this report because I think Cardi B needs therapy. Because this is a thing, right? This report is coming after Tasha K revealed that Stefon Diggs has welcomed baby number 8 with another woman, right? Cardi B needs to understand if Tasha K did not reveal this to us, someone else would have. And are you gonna shut up everyone? No. Can you sue everyone? No. And you making an example out of some, it's not gonna mitigate anything. People are very creative and people don't care about Cardi B as they once used to because ever since Cardi B has been with Stefon Diggs, they have been losing respect for her. And that is something that she needs to realize and understand. She has to hold herself accountable. She has to understand what comes with the territory of being a celebrity. Paparazzis, they're going to chase you down. People are going to take photos. People are going to assume, especially when you're out here being a hot goddamn mess. Okay? But let's get into this report that came out on April 10th. So this was yesterday. So TMZ saying Cardi B is asking for the judge to order sanctions against blogger Tasha K for allegedly violating a non-disclosure agreement by speaking about her and her exes, Offset and Stefon Diggs, honey. They're saying, according to court docs obtained by TMZ, Cardi B claims Tasha is engaged in a relentless course of conduct designed to target and harass Cardi B and her family through thinly veiled commentary and strategic provocation, all while knowing that her audience of over 1 million social media followers will immediately identify Cardi B as the subject. Now, they're also saying that Cardi B said that when her legal team, led by attorney Lisa Moore, notifies Tasha of offending posts, she quickly deletes them, only to post another soon after. The rapper said she is tired of the cat and mouse game. Per court docs, Tasha owes Cardi B $4 million as a part of her defamation battle with the rapper. The Bodak Yellow rapper said Tasha has violated the deal they reached in the blogger's bankruptcy plan by continuing to trash talk her and her family. Honey, that ain't your family anymore, honey, and you can't be smashing all the men and claiming them to be your family. You have to hold yourself accountable too. Now, the report further states that Cardi B said Tasha has committed at least 25 violations. She said Tasha regularly talks about Offset, including several posts about him being shot this week in Florida. Duh, but he was shot. It was out there. Everyone and their mamas were talking about it. I think Cardi B needs to get therapy and go to rehab. What is she gonna go to rehab for? I don't know, but she needs to do something because she's starting to look crazy on the internet. Like, girl, get some help. Now they're saying, in addition, Cardi claims Tasha discussed her then romantic partner Stefon Diggs during podcast in violation of the NDA. But at the time the NDA was signed, Diggs wasn't a part of it, honey. So Diggs is fair game, honey. He is fair game. And guess what? The law has changed as it relates to journalism, so she ain't gonna get much leeway with this one. She isn't gonna score much legal grounds with this, because the truth of the matter is, the court knows that Cardi B's life is a hot mess out here. And how are you gonna fence Tasha K when you can't fence yourself? You can't fence your behavior. You can't fence Stefon Diggs' behavior. And if Tasha K says Diggs welcomes baby number 8, is she really talking about Diggs or is she talking about the other woman? I want to see how this is gonna work out. Cardi B, she's asking for Tasha K to be sanctioned for each future violation of the NDA to send a message, and wants a court order Tasha to immediately cease talking about her or her family on any platform. Honey, who's your family? Diggs ain't claiming you. Stefon Diggs ain't claiming you, honey, so who's your family? And Offset is done with you. Offset is calling you a tragic car crash. Yes, so who's your family? Because like hell, if your family looks like your enemy, then I have to say, Tasha K needs to shut down her page. I see people saying that, oh, Cardi B needs to get Tasha K's page and yada yada yada, all of that nonsense. Listen, I saw Cardi B recently on a live video threatening to get people beat up, okay? Wasn't Cardi B held liable for that in the past? So if Cardi B's not changing her ways, why should Tasha K change? If Cardi B's not being a better person, why is it that she always wants someone to be held accountable, but she's not holding herself accountable? Cardi B thinks that she's above everything and she's above everyone, and she ain't. She's not. She's not. And this is why I said, after a few tries and after a few messy situations, I said, I don't blame Tasha K for not wanting to pay her, because this situation with Cardi B is double standards. Not saying that Tasha K is right for what she did, honey. Not saying she's necessarily right, but it is double standards consistently. Cardi B thinks that she's above the clouds and she's above it all, and no, the heck, she is not. How is it that you want this woman to survive? How is she gonna pay you? You know, you should be out here creating a mess. You beat up people, you were held accountable by the court, and now you're threatening to beat up people again, okay? But you're saying that Tasha K was held accountable and she should not do it again because she was held accountable by the court. But are you following the fact that you were also held accountable by the court for beating up people? No, you're out here threatening to beat up people, to commit crimes and violence against people. So if you're not learning from your own ways, your own behavior, why is it that you want Tasha K to be sanctioned? Or is it that you think that you're a different class above Tasha K, and as such, you should not be held accountable, but Tasha should be held accountable? If I was Tasha K, you know what I would do if I was Tasha K? I would work with another YouTuber. I would tell the other content creator how to put out the content, how to post it on Instagram, and I would give Cardi B literal living hell night and day. And I would help that content creator to build a maximum platform and split the profit. And if I was Tasha K, I would only take 30 or maybe 40% of it just to sweeten that deal. Because I think this is double standards. You cannot just want people to be held accountable, but you're not held accountable. You cannot want people to change from their old ways while you're not changing from your old ways. That is like racism. You see yourself better than other people. You know, it's not right. It is definitely not right. But Tasha K ain't nobody's fool. She's gonna know how to dance around it. And honey, I'm definitely here for the mess. Like all this time, I was saying Tasha K should move on, but Cardi B is doing a bit too much. Because how is it that Tasha K is gonna prejudge who else you're gonna sleep with? Who else Stefon Diggs gonna sleep with? Should she not talk about somebody welcoming another baby? Get the heck out of here, girl. But let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.